As a token of our respect and commitment towards sustainability, we would like to honor our dignitaries with the saplings. Now, I would like to invite Dr. C.H. Shankar, Faculty of Finance from Geetham School of Business. May I request Dr. M. Kiran Jyoti to kindly present sapling to sir. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Mr. Bharat Todupunuri, Microsoft MEB Lead of Data Analytics, Sutherland, Hyderabad. May I request Dr. M. Kiran Jyoti to kindly present the sapling to Bharat Todupunuri. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Ocean from BSc Data Science Honours Second Year to present profile of our HOD Dr. M. Kiran Jyoti.
Good afternoon everyone. It's my privilege to introduce our HOD ma'am, Dr. M. Kiran Jyoti. Dr. M. Kiran Jyoti ma'am is a seasoned academic professional from past 24 years with 23 years of teaching experience in St. Joseph Degree and PG College. She holds advanced qualifications including an MCA, MBA, TSET certification and a PhD in Information Technology. Known for her strong commitment to education, she consistently motivates and inspires students and colleagues through effective communication and mentorship. Her extensive experience and dedication makes her a valuable contributor to the academic community. Thank you.
Now, with a great respect, I invite Dr. Ms. Kiran Jyoti to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, this is something a surprise for me. On behalf of the department, I extend my warm welcome to each one of you who is present here. And my special thanks for all the dignitaries for accepting our invitation and being with us. I know your time is valuable, but you decided to spend your quality time with St. Joseph's. Thank you very much. The Department of Computer Science caters to almost all 20 programs that are run in that are offered in St. Joseph's Degree and PG College. In some programs, we might be offering 1 or 2 courses. Some programs like BSc, all the BSc streams, BSc Data Science Honours, BCom Information Technology, BCom Computers, BBA Information Technology, BBA Business Analytics, and the other programs. I'm really happy that we got an opportunity to collaborate with the Department of Management for this international conference. As the theme goes, digital innovations. Now the world is filled with digitalization. So as the speakers for the day, they have already shared, you cannot escape, but you should make the technology a part of your life and see how life can be made easy with the help of technology. Having said this, not losing the identity of a human. Our intelligence is superior than anything. Yes, so we will try to innovate new things with the help of technology disruptions that are happening. So I invite my students and my faculty and the faculty from the various departments to be a part of this particular session try to experience and see how technology is addressing various real world problems, starting from agriculture to banking to healthcare or any discipline. I'm really happy. Today, 8 of our participants are going to present. Out of that, 4 are students and 4 are the faculty. So to all my young researchers, it's your day. Give your best. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable insights and motivational words. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Kejia from BSc MScs second year to present profile of our distinguished guest, Dr. D.L. Srinivasa Reddy.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a privilege to introduce Dr. D.L. Srinivasa Reddy, Associate Professor in the Department of IT at CBIT, Hyderabad, with a PhD in Computer Science in JNU. He brings over 22 years of teaching experience and 8 years of research with expertise in machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and fuzzy neural network control systems. He has also served as head of the MCA department as an R&D coordinator. Dr. Reddy has published over 40 international journal papers along with conference publications and a patent application. He is a recipient of the DST SERB CRG grant for his research in scintillation forecasting using machine learning, and is a member of professional body like ISTE, CSI, and Institute of Engineers. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Srinivasa Reddy. Thank you.
Now, with a great respect, I invite Dr. D.L. Srinivasa Reddy to deliver the gathering.
Yeah, good afternoon all. So this conference is conducting on behalf of Management Science, Computer Science. Whatever it may be, though I am from computer science background, the management is the superior than the computer science because everything comes from management, okay? So we are just workers. So the idea, the data comes from management. We do a lot of works, we do a lot of models, we add a lot of technology. Finally, we make a product, and then again, we sell them through management only. Okay, that's why the management studies, it is better and superior than anything. So all innovations again goes to the management only. So suppose if you take a small example where we can add the analytics and innovation in the AI, I hope all of you are wearing the smartwatch. Most of the people, right? So they give us those smartwatches or edge devices we call, give us advice how to check the food, how to walk, how many steps you require, etc., etc. Yes. So to build that one, what we require a lot of data. So that data generally gather from a lot of sensors. Once you gather that data, the AI scientist build some models. Okay, those models may be deep learning models, may be machine learning models. Those models we embed in controllers, microcontrollers of your edge devices, and they make a beautiful outface of that device, and then we send them to the management persons. They will sell those devices, and they pay money. So what they do, either you can use those models, whatever you try, the models are nothing but like our brain, okay, to predict, to give the advice. For that, you require a perfect data. So from data, idea to data, data to modeling, model to logic, logic from embedding the controllers in the edge devices, and then we sell them. So finally, we have to go for management. Okay, that is one thing. Again, all of you using the chat GPT. For chat GPT, we are using front end. Okay, we give the prompt. What is the back end? The back end is a models, so trained models. Okay, so like BET 10, BET, okay, high level series, they are using. For that, what we require? We require the data. Okay, in those also, those are generally we call it as LLMs. Okay, large language models. Okay, we can't train them. Only the big companies can train because of computation power. We don't have that much of computation power to train the models on overall literature, overall English. But you can build your own models, SLMs, with limited size of computation power. You can sell it. Like I want the language model to predict some type of disease from the prescriptions given by the doctor. So what we require? We require the data from hospitals, okay, prescriptions from the doctors, and then you train on some type of language models, and then you get a patent of that one, you can sell it. Okay, that is one type of commercialization of your idea. So everywhere, wherever you go, the data is a treasure, that is your property. So we don't have that much of data. All the hospitals, okay, all the digital managements, okay, that means like any Amazons or Flipkart, they have a lot of data to promote some type of items, to recommend some type of items. Okay, so these are different applications you can build. Finally, we'll go for automation. So without humans, from idea to the action, okay, not only giving the advices, not only giving the output, those can act. So your chat GPT now, the Anthropic Claude is there, releases so many modules. So how they build it? They build on so much of the data, all right? So there are different, one model is there from Claude for doctors, okay, for lawyers. No need of junior lawyers required. Okay, whatever the case is there, you just give some requirements or prompt that can gather all the previous cases and all the articles, all the constitutions from all the country, and it gives you simple summary and what points have to highlight. Also, that gives you a different model. So that type of application they are building. Okay, in future, there is no need of all these junior layers. Even for making a code, okay, for a application, you require some cloud applications again. Okay, those generally we call as tools. Okay, anybody can use. No need of technical knowledge required. So here that tool replaces so much of employability, but that gives us perfection. That saves the time. That saves the amount. So that type of innovations are possible from data only. So from data to innovation production. So this I want to say about this data digital transformation of these to the innovations. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and insightful words with various case studies which will fulfill theme of our conference. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Abdul Rahman Mas from BSc MScs to present the profile of our distinguished guest, Dr. C.H. Shankar.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my absolute privilege to introduce our esteemed guest speaker for today, Dr. C.H. Shankar. Dr. Shankar is a highly accomplished academician, currently serving as a faculty of finance at the Geetham School of Business, right here in Hyderabad. He brings a tremendous wealth of knowledge to the table, backed by over 16 years of expertise in finance and business analytics. He holds a PhD from the prestigious University of Hyderabad and is the UGC NET JRF qualified. Throughout his career, Dr. Shankar has held significant leadership roles, including serving as the former Associate Dean of IQAC and Head of Department at KL University. He is also a published author, having written the book Business Analytics Using R Programming. His technical specializations are vast, covering structural equation modeling, financial and sustainability analytics, and data analytics utilizing advanced tools like R, Python, Tableau, and Power BI. Beyond his own research, Dr. Shankar is a dedicated educator and leader. He has delivered capacity building programs on advanced quantitative methods and has served as a resource person and convener for faculty development programs at esteemed organizations including ICSSR, Mallarity University, and St. Anne's institutions. We are incredibly fortunate to have him share his insights with us today. Please join me in extending a very warm welcome to Dr. C.H. Shankar.
I respectfully invite Dr. C.H. Shankar to deliver the address.
Good afternoon, one and all. Regarding the technology point of view, when I am doing my MBA in 2005, 6 and 8, so we are far about the AI and the machine learning, these kind of things. But after 2019 and 2020, I start more interested in these technologies. So in 2023, I wrote a book on emerging technologies. That is a reference book for MBA syllabus in Geetham University as of now. Right? So because of the technologies nowadays coming to our hands, so whatever the technology point of view which we are mentioning, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT technologies, blockchain, bitcoins, everything came in our hands. So whatever the activities regularly we are watching in our regular activities point of view, artificial intelligence is automatically monitoring everything, whatever you are searching in ChatGPT point of view. So AI is giving answers. Learning point of view, we are using artificial intelligence. Healthcare tracking point of view, we are using artificial intelligence. Most regularly, so every day to day, it is a part of all the technologies. All the technology point of view. When it comes to machine learning point of view, sequential identification generally. So in all the activities, what are the transactions, what are the reels we are watching in Instagram or Facebook or YouTube point of view, automatically that is analyzing and suggesting similar kind of reels. So that is automatically machine learning using in our real life. So most of the time, IoT technology, whatever the mobile technology point of view, using sensors based face unlocking or fingerprint unlocking with IoT technology point of view. So every technology is in our hand now in recent past. So we are not expecting more in coming future by 2030 and 2040. So coming new generation maybe expect come this. In the education institution point of view, recently I have seen. So IIMs mostly implemented AI in assessment evaluation point of view, giving assessments and evaluation point of view. Recently, SRM University introduced for recruiting, faculty recruitment, AI-enabled faculty recruitment process. So in educational institutions also start using more of these technologies. So at the end, my direction is in the technology point of view, we are using more and more is in our hand and our list. So we need to adapt those kind of technologies. There is no other choice, we need to adapt. So at the end, this is the theme point of view, leveraging sustainability point of view, digital innovation, sustainability point of view. Sustainability is a part of business and nowadays all the companies are mandatory to implement this ESG goals. ESG and SDG goals point of view. They're supposed to implement them in the regular basis. So in that basis, sustainability, future generation keep in mind, we need to keep our resources and everything. For that purpose also, this technology usage, for effective usage of the resources is the most important using all these technologies. For that purpose, these are the technology is important. Right? Dignitaries professor also mentioned some of the things, the data point of view, how the data is important. In recent time, most of the important that's the data. As of now, I wish you all the best to the participants, those who are presenting the paper, and all the best for congratulate the school for conducting this kind of innovative and emerging technologies basis topic as a conference theme. I wish you all the best, madam. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring and insightful words with various real-time examples on digital technologies. Now I would like to invite Dr. Nagunuri Srinivas, convener of this conference, to the dais. Now I would like to invite Anthony Christina from BSc MScs Honors, BSc MScs to present the profile of our young and distinguished guest Bharat Todupunuri.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to introduce our speaker, Bharat Todupunuri. Bharat is a Microsoft MVP and a seasoned data analytics professional with over 8 years of experience in delivering data-driven solutions for global clients. He specializes in business intelligence, analytical consulting, and building scalable reporting frameworks that empower organizations to make strategic data-driven decisions. He is also the founder of the Hyderabad Data and AI community, where he actively mentors aspiring professionals, promotes data literacy, and contributes to the growth of the regional tech ecosystem. With a strong expertise in business intelligence, analytical and strategic decision support, Bharat brings both industrial insight and community impact. Please join me in welcoming him.
Now I respectfully invite Mr. Bharat Todupunuri to deliver the gathering. Welcome, you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Can you all confirm? Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I know it's afternoon, right? So everyone feels sleepy, including me. It's very natural. And let's make this conference very much energetic, not like, we are just hearing your college sessions. Obviously, when I was in my college days, we used to have these kind of sessions every day, every quarter or every month. And I know the situations what students are going through. No problem. Basically, I am Bharat. I am a Microsoft MVP. I have 8+ years of an experience. I post good content on LinkedIn. I believe everyone in this room have LinkedIn accounts. How many of you use Instagram? Which is a digital platform, right? So use Instagram. You probably use double Instagrams. Okay, no problem. So how many of you use LinkedIn? Okay, very good number of hands rising. How many of you post content on LinkedIn? Okay, now the hands are a little less. Let me revise my question. How many of you post content on LinkedIn? At least one post a week. Okay, now I could see only 2 or 3 hands. Every single day, one LinkedIn post. Okay, I think the hands are going down. So, see, LinkedIn is your digital innovation platform. It's your personal branding. I know today's agenda is not like faculties. I have listened from the ma'am is saying that we got 10 presentations and 5 from students and other rest of the 5 from the faculties. I would say it's a faculty versus students today. So I want students to win how creatively you will show your ideas. Okay. So one thing I wanted to highlight, I have been to different campuses, almost you can name any campus in Hyderabad. I have visited as a chief jury judge or guide or mentor. I have been there. I love teaching as like the faculties here. So in my college days, I love teaching. So whenever I get an opportunity like this, I always utilize. Basically, I work for a remote, so it's my remote opportunity, so that's how I manage this. And see, we all know, I usually get this question from, all the students or all the faculties. Every day is, we are looking at a term called AI, right? So AI is going to replace our jobs. If people are asking me 2 years back, I used to say no. But if you ask me this question, the answer is yes, we are living with AI. AI is not just like you are giving a prompt to ChatGPT or any of the AI tool and you are getting an answer. Every individual in this room needs to understand what's happening behind the scenes of that prompt if you give what is going in the back end. So that we need to learn. So who are earning more money, the people who are using AI, the companies, or the people who are building these AI products are earning more money? So if you want an answer, the people who are building these AI products, they are earning more money. We are just the consumers of it. Okay, we are using it. Obviously, they earn more and more and more money. So I want in this room again, the people, don't worry about a lot of technical jargons which are coming into the market and ignoring the fundamentals, because when we attend and when we take any interviews in my company, like the students, they focus more on the technical jargons, but they ignore the fundamental factors involved for a company. So if you are using any of the AI technologies or any of your subject, just do which is in your hands. Like, you cannot control about the technology, right? So obviously technology which will evolve in the coming days, but what you can do the things which are under your control. So whenever you get time, go to a lot of technologies which are available in the market, attend a lot of conferences like this outside of your campus, not only this campus. I believe the management obviously encourage. So if you need any conferences related to in Microsoft, you can reach out to me. I'll help you to be part of the Microsoft conferences as well, as a students especially, or a faculties. And today I wanted to hear from you the wonderful presentations. Do not worry about you will win or lose. In my opinion, who are sitting in this room, everyone is a winner. So you need to appreciate yourself by reaching at this position. And congratulate everyone, and especially the management, for encouraging the students for bringing out this kind of a theme related ideas. I'm working for a healthcare client. Now without the presence of the doctor, the model itself is prescribing what medication the person can able to go through. So now you can imagine if that model is being deployed in all other countries, there is no use of doctors. Down the line, probably not now, down the line 5 to 10 years. So you are clicking anything in your mobile, it's a part of a data. Okay, as Sir mentioned, everything is related to data. I don't want to repeat the same. People call it as data is the new oil. But if you don't know how to use that in a proper way, then the management will not accept, or the companies will not accept as an individuality. Now with this huge amount of data, the companies struggle majorly on the data security and the data governance. How ethically we are feeding our data to the models, and how ethically we are using our technology towards the development of your product, that matters a lot. So I believe everyone in this room got some insights, and looking forward to your presentations. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and thought-provoking speech. Your words have truly motivated and encouraged our young students to actively engage in the field of business and digital environment. Now, respected guests, kindly take your seats in the audience as our technical session will start. I am honored to be your host for this technical session of the conference. It is indeed a great opportunity for all of us to come together, share knowledge, and explore innovative ideas. Today's session focuses on insightful research, technical advancement across various domains. We are excited to witness presentations that reflect creativity, analytical thinking, and practical solution to real-world problems. Before we begin, I would like to briefly introduce the session guidelines. Each presenter will be given 6 minutes for their presentation. This will be followed by a short question and answer session. Now let's move on to the technical paper presentations. Now I would like to invite Mrs. Sandhya to present her first paper presentation in this technical session. Welcome, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone over here. Good afternoon, dignitaries, faculty. I request any supporting staff in the hall to kindly remove the chairs. Once again, good afternoon. This is Sandhya, Assistant Professor from the Department of Computer Science, St. Joseph Degree and PG College. I would like to introduce my research title, Self-Supervised Learning for Low-Label Chest X-ray Analysis, a survey on model transferability and deep learning approaches. So before I move on to talking about my paper, I just want to stress on 4 parts which are existing in my paper. That is, first, self-supervised learning. This refers to machine learning approaches, how the model learns from unlabeled data by generating its own learning signals. Now basically, when we introduce AI to test in medical imaging, they cannot test by themselves. They need to have lots of labeled data. Now labeled data is nothing but one image is giving a label whether it is detected with any disease or not detected. So that is labeled. In order to label that images, we need to have expert radiologists, which is nothing but time consuming, and lots of dedication is needed. So here, supervised learning needs a lot of labeled data. Self-supervised learning is nothing but which learns from unlabeled data by generating its own signals, reducing the need for manual labeling. The next part I'm going to talk about low-label chest X-ray analysis in medical imaging, especially chest X-rays. Labeled data is limited because it requires, as I already said, expert radiologists. So this study focuses on scenarios where only limited amount of labeled data is available. Next is survey. My work is a review paper where I analyzed, compared existing research papers instead of building a new model. Then model transferability and deep learning approaches. Transferability is nothing but when a model trained on data set can be applicable to another data set. So this is transferability from one data set to the other set. Then deep learning approaches, many deep learning approaches are used in this domain. So here my research analyzes how self-supervised learning can improve chest X-ray analysis when labeled data is limited, and how those models can generalize across data sets. So in today's healthcare systems, chest X-rays are one of the most common tools used in diagnostic tools to detect diseases like tuberculosis, lung infection, and pneumonia. So, however, AI models used for medical imaging requires lots of labeled data which are difficult to obtain in medical analysis because it requires radiologists, time consuming and expensive. So to address this issue, my study focuses on self-supervised learning, nothing but which has a technique where it gains lots of labeled from unlabeled data. So this makes AI systems more scalable, cost-effective and suitable for real-world medical applications. The next I talk about problem statement. The main problem addressed in this study is lack of labeled data for training deep learning models. Now traditional supervised learning heavily depends on labeled data which limits the performance in real world healthcare scenarios. So additionally, models trained on one data set can be easily applicable to another data set or not. So this is the problem statement. Now object is moving on to the objectives: to analyze the effectiveness of self-supervised learning, to study deep learning approaches, to evaluate the model transferability, and to identify any other applying self-supervised on diverse data sets. The methodology, as I said, it is my survey-based study. Here I reviewed 40 papers where starting from 2018 and 2024 from reputed journals and conferences. So the study focuses on various supervised learning techniques such as contrastive learning, self-distillation, masked image modeling. Then literature insights. The literature shows that recent advances in deep learning, especially convolutional neural network and transformer-based models, have significantly improved medical image analysis. Many studies highlight that self-supervised learning can effectively learn representations from unlabeled data and improve task performance. Key findings. First, self-supervised learning significantly improves the performance in low-label conditions. Second, the models trained using self-supervised can able to do better generalization, that is, it is able to perform well on unseen data. Third, multi-model approaches combining images and text to provide higher accuracy. Fourth, model transferability, which is improved but not perfect. Then finally, lack of standard evaluation framework, which is challenging in this field. Now I'll move on to discussion and interpretation. These findings indicate that self-supervised learning definitely provides a solution to the real-world medical AI applications, but as it reduces dependency on labeled data. But variation across data sets, it suggests that models are still sensitive towards data distribution. So this highlights the need for the standardized data sets framework to ensure consistency and reliability. Now I would like to conclude that first, self-supervised learning is effective. It improves performance. It improves model transferability, generalizability. Then moving on to implications, it has 3 implications. First is practical. It helps healthcare professionals with cost-effective AI tools. Then academic, it contributes to research in self-supervised learning. Then societal, it supports digital and sustainable healthcare conditions. So the future scope about this paper is we need to use more larger and diverse data sets, then integrating clinical and multimodal data, then developing standardized frameworks so that it can be deployed in real world hospitals. Thank you.
Okay, it's a nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
So from this literature, did you gather how to customize the transformers to your work? So there are a lot of layers, right? Convolution layers, dense layers, flat ends, all those. So there are pre-trained networks who call them as transformers. So do you know how to customize to your work on the new data?
Sir, I just reviewed many papers, sir, what all they were, how, I mean, they were, extracting the data using for self-supervised learning. I just, reviewed those papers and just gave my opinion, sir. How to work on my data set, I'm still working on that, sir. So I just did the review paper.
Are you doing PhD?
Sorry, sir?
PhD.
Yes, sir, I'm pursuing my PhD in Anurag University. So I'm in need of survey paper, so I just worked on that.
So completed this survey of this literature?
No, sir, I just need to go for the publication.
Okay. That is one of the biggest work to you. And another is self-supervised learning uses one technique. Okay. Do you know that one from this literature?
Yes.
Self-supervised learning. Okay, because some are labeled, some are unlabeled.
Yes, sir.
So, from that data, you are using self-supervised learning. So that self-supervised learning uses one type of technique to make labels for unlabeled data. Do you know that one?
No, sir, no idea. I'm sorry.
These two generally fetches you for your PhD.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
Thank you, sir.
First of all, it was a great presentation. You are actually
Thank you, sir.
on time.
Thank you, sir.
So we are checking also the time on the presentation, and all the elements added here are covered. So appreciate it. And the core domain which you have chosen is a healthcare. More companies are putting a lot of revenue on healthcare as well. I think this use case may be helpful if it hits. So I have one question in mind. Before you directly jump to this self-supervised learning, do you have any failure stories before directly going to your accurate model? Did you identify any other models and you got failed and finally you found, okay, this is working better for me?
Sir, in supervised learning, we need to have label data, lots of label data. Every time we go to new data set, new radiologists are required for labeling the data. So suppose if I model a data set with labeled data, I thought that let us go for a new technique, the same training I can use for next other data sets, so that a lot of time can be saved. So rather than heavily depending on the radiologist, which is time consuming and cost effective. So only thinking that point, I thought of moving on to the self-supervised. I did not hear about any stories like it is a failure, so that's the reason I'm moving on to that.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, sir.
Presentation. So one observation is you mentioned doing in machine learning, but the same way in methodology point of view, you mentioned no software is used. So doing on machine learning, no software is used, you mentioned, and also mentioned in methodology point of view, thematic analysis and comparative analysis.
Yes, sir.
Is it possible without any software? Is it possible to
No, it is not possible, sir. Maybe I've done a mistake. I'm sorry for that.
That I mean, for thematic analysis you mentioned there's a more qualitative analytics method. 40 papers comparison not possible without...
Yes, sir. True. I accept that.
Comparative analysis, a minimum correlation is supposed to do at least with Excel.
Yes, sir.
That you're supposed to check once, madam.
Yes, sir. Sorry for that. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your suggestion. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for the informative presentation, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Vishnu Bharadwaj from Computer Science Department to present the paper.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Vishnu Bharadwaj Sunkari, and I'm from Computer Science Department from St. Joseph Degree and PG College, Hyderabad. And the presentation that I'm going to be taking today is Deep Learning Framework for real-time student emotion detection in adaptive teaching system. Okay. So I introduce by starting with talking about deep learning technology. Deep learning technology means it's like a continuous chain of machine learning models or continuous chain of multiple hidden level layers, and each of the layer captures some form of information which is present in the data. Such underlying hidden patterns are being extracted and are being able to stored in form of weights in these actual deep learning models. And the topic that I've taken is student emotion. So this is a very famous use case, and I feel like it is the need of the hour, because the student and the teacher, there is a gap between the student and teacher. I'm a naive teacher now. Like, from my experience, what I've seen, there is some gap between the student and the teacher. Whatever the teacher says and whatever students understand is not the same. The relationship between the student and teacher is not 100%, right? So it is like the idea that I'm going to propose now is like a feedback form of system between the student and teacher. The student gives some form of expression to the teacher, and the same expression that is being captured in form of camera or some web camera, and slowly developing it into real-time video feed and capturing the data from the actual systems in real time and giving the instant inferences to the teacher, so that the teacher can take the much better so that the teacher can get a much better understanding of the student, and hence they can enhance the student and teacher relationship. Okay, so the domain of the field is computer vision. Computer vision is a field where it deals with the vision capabilities of the computer system, and it fetches the different features and different capabilities, and it extends the different capacities of the machine learning models, and it does some tasks. Okay, and the research gap I have come across this. The emotion detection system means it detects the face. Here the data is the image. Image is called as a multidimensional, or it is called as a 3D form of vectors. Image is stored as higher dimensional tensors or 3D form of vectors, and this 3D vectors are being stored in different formats, and the model that I've used is ResNet model. ResNet model is a deep learning model. It consists of 51 different layers, including the fully connected layer and the conventional neural network layers. So in each of the hidden layers, such important characteristics like mustache, okay, or else chin expression, or the smile in the face of the student, right? Such different patterns and such different expressions can be captured, and those expressions are being given to the model, and the model is being trained on this different form of expressions, and the teacher can and infer the result, right? And coming to the next part of the presentation, the main research objective here is to reduce the gap between the student and teacher. Okay, whatever gap is there, right? And also followed by this machine learning or deep learning inference. After this, a small form of psychometric test is also being conducted. This psychometric test consists of different questions, tricky questions. I'll be showing that. Giving some different psychometric tests, and also by this psychometric test, the whatever result is being developed, whatever result that is being inferred by the model, it supports it, so that we can get a much reliable response to the teacher, so that the teacher can take each and every proper and appropriate action towards each and every student here. So there is something called as customization, also comes something called as individuality between each and every student to teacher. One-to-one relationship is also there. Okay. And the methodology that have been used is have used the FER 2013 form of data, that is publicly available data. So it's not my primary source of data, it is secondary form of data. and it consists of 3000 such images consisting of 7 different classes: happy, sad, fear, anxiety, stress, right, and neutral. But I'm doing something called as class aggregation. Class aggregation means I've also observed one single challenge in the data. That is, there is no proper distinction between the data. The data that I've collected consists of happy, sad, and just different expressions. But what I observed as a challenge is the expression, face expression for neutral form of image, and also sometimes the happy image, they both match. So there is no proper distinction. But whenever, as Dr. Reddy sir has also said, whenever there is proper distinction between the data, and whenever the data is clear, the result and the prediction or the inference is also clear. So I've done something called as class aggregation, which means I'm taking multiple classes and taking them as a super class, and then I'm doing the problem of image classification. Okay, next. The key findings and results. The first one is, as I've said, the class aggregation part. I've converted the whole problem into 3 class classification: positive class, negative class, and the neutral class. Positive class means happy and surprise form of expressions are being captured. I'll be showing the results also. And whenever there is no expression, sometimes most of the students give such form of expressions in the class. So it will be a neutral form of expression. And also negative expression means it could be of either angry or sadness or some form of fear. Such form of images are being classified as a negative form of class. Next, the accuracy also that I've obtained here is 99.58 for the 3000 different form of data. And the fourth finding here is the fourth form of finding is here also. Whenever the psychometric test is also aggregated, or whenever it is also considered, then much better result can be given to the teacher with respect to each and every student, so that the teacher can take a much better action towards each and every student, and therefore enhance their relationship. Okay. This is the form of different tricky or challenging, or you can say creative form of psychometric questions, right, to understand the current behavior of each and every student in the class. This can be taken at the time of class or immediately after the class, right, and followed by this the result. Next. For example, here I have 3 form of images. The first expression is a happy image. Right? You can also see the thumbs up sign. Whenever the deep learning model takes such form of images during the training process, then it actually classifies as a positive class of image. Next, you can see a sad expression over there. Hence, you can see a image that is being classified as a negative, followed by the neutral expression. Right? So that is being classified as neutral. And this is my presentation.
Okay, a nice presentation, Vishnu.
Thank you, sir.
You said accuracy is 99.58.
Yes, sir.
Which accuracy it is? Training accuracy, testing accuracy, or validation accuracy?
Validation accuracy, sir. To the test, no sir, to the overall accuracy, including the validation and the training.
No. You should not say like that. Okay, whether it is a testing accuracy or training accuracy.
No. It is the testing accuracy, sir.
Testing accuracy got 90. So
Yes.
What are the parameters, hyperparameters you used?
So hyperparameters, the first thing that I'm using is Adam optimizer, sir. So
Okay.
Adam optimizer, and the learning step I have taken, I've experimented with 0.01, and I'm using the adaptive. I'm using a dynamic form of learning rate or learning step.
Epochs, number of epochs?
And epochs I have given to 10. I've started with 10, and this accuracy I've reached at 27th epoch or something. 27 number of epochs.
Okay. Any other? The version, ResNet version is 50.
Sir, I've started with exploring multiple models, but the ResNet model is found to be suitable because the data is also very much distant, and the other models that we have also have in the public domain, that is the LANet or GoogleNet or BGG16 or BGG19, or I've also thought
So
of.
whatever you have conducted on a lot of models, right?
Yes, I have considered
So
initially.
the comparison of the performance should be there in your presentation.
Okay.
That is one. And if you are doing a PhD, with these existing models, they won't accept.
Yes, sir.
So you have to design your own network, and then you conduct the experimentation, and then compare with all these.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
Good presentation, Vishnu. Overall, you did a great job.
Thank you, sir.
And this is somewhat tricky use case, I would say. Whether I'm giving a positive, neutral, or a sad expression for your presentation, can this model works or not? I'm not sure. But how many students are present in your class? 60 probably. Probably
Yes.
60, right?
60, sir.
Okay. Do they listen your words? Like if you say anything, do they agree?
Yes.
Probably yes or no. Okay. But you can try them convincing each student take 3 pictures, okay, sad, neutral, happy, and you'll get prepared for your own data set, okay?
Yes, sir.
And try to implement your model in
Yes.
that particular data set and try your findings.
Yes.
Because available data set, obviously you don't see bigger challenges, but when you prepare your own data set, we feel the reality how exactly what gaps are missing in.
Correct.
Okay, just try if you have time.
Yes.
But overall with this available data set, I feel it's good. But can this also be implemented for virtual sessions, like virtual sessions,
Yes,
like
sir.
not only in other domains, we can horizontally deploy the same use case in other domains, we have to explore.
Yes, sir. No matter what image form we have, be it a screenshot or be it a data from webcam or be it a image from the real-time CCTV footage, ultimately it's an image.
This can be deployed for, let's say for example, we have superstores, right? Their employees will show all our products. We ask more questions to that employees and they get frustrated.
Yes.
And as a supervisor or head of that business warehouse, they can able to capture all the employees' images, their feelings, their mindset, and they can generate whether that employee can able to generate the sales for that business or not. So
Yes.
I could see the potential in this use case is much bigger.
Yes, sir.
Good job, Vishnu.
Good presentation, Vishnu.
Thank you, sir.
One question, human emotions, qualitative or quantitative?
Human
Qualitative or quantitative?
and qualitative, sir. Descriptive.
Your study mentioned quantitative.
No, sir. The analysis is completely quantitative.
You check. When you're taking the qualitative inputs, how can you do the quantitative study? Go back. No, not analysis, methodology. Methodology is clear. Back. Yes, quantitative.
No, sir. I mean to say, when I say here quantitative, it means that the deep learning approach, it is completely mathematics. So that's the reason I've given.
Your input is in quantitative.
Input is also is written quantitative.
How can emotions, that 3000 images you have, how can you quantify? How can you quantify 3000 facial images?
Quantify actually in code that we convert into one hot encoding, or we convert into
So
quantitative
then you're
form.
supposed to mention qualitative study in terms of quantitative. It's not a quantitative study. Quantitative study, nature of quantitative. That you're supposed to mention.
So it is.
Then mention design is wrong. Right? Could you please mention what are the Python libraries you used for this analysis?
Keras and TensorFlow, the machine learning, deep learning models, and all followed by the computer
Which
vision.
libraries I mean? Which Python libraries?
Yes, sir. Python libraries, TensorFlow, Keras, and the computer vision. Open computer vision for pre-processing of the emojis, converting them into gray level images.
Check once, qualitative.
Yes, sir, definitely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite the next presentee, Mrs. K. Lakshmi Najim from Kasturiba College and Ms. B. Priyanka from St. Joseph College.
afternoon, everybody. I'm K. Lakshmi Rajam from Kasturba Gandhi College, working as an associate professor. And here I'm presenting this paper with my co-author, Ms. Priyanka, who is working in this college. Actually, our paper title is Navigating the Ethical Tensions of AI, Critical Trust, Form Resilience, Policy Gaps in India's Digital Adoption. Actually, AI is growing rapidly in India and is used in agriculture, governance and daily decision making. AI is growing rapidly in India and is used in agriculture, governance and daily decision making. Because of this rapid adoption raises ethical concerns. So in these ethical concerns actually, how much we trust AI, who controls it, who is responsible for its actions generally we will look after. So that is nothing but the trust, control and accountability. This study aims to examine ethical challenges of AI in India. Actually here we would like to consider cognitive dependency on AI impact on agriculture, ethical policy guidelines. Actually here methodology we used are qualitative and comparative case study we did, and the data collection from news articles and experts' opinion we considered, and government reports also, from the government reports also we considered. And remaining part of things Priyanka will explain.
Our main findings are on the main problem is a human thinking. Nowadays people are trusting AI very much and they are not thinking by their own. This is nothing but it is called as epistemic outsourcing, where AI people are dependent on AI people are dependent on AI instead of using our brains. The second problem is farming agriculture. So AI helps farmers by giving a weather and a crop advice. The main problem is that farmers are blindly following whatever the AI instructions are given. How AI works also they are not knowing. And then the third problem is in city systems. AI is used in a traffic also, where to detect rule breaking. The main problem is here, like no human checking is there, or privacy issues, possible mistakes or bias, and it gives you automatic challenge. Okay, yes, and overall problem is there is no transparency, no control on the bias, and no clear rules. From this we understood one thing is AI should help humans, not replace the humans. People should still think and decide. AI in farming should be clear and easy to understand. AI in farming should be clear and easy to understand. In cities, humans should always check AI decisions. So we need proper rules and controls. Next.
Actually, I would like to conclude that AI creates threefold ethical challenges. Cognitive weakening is there, and agricultural dependency is there, and surveillance risks also we have. And here second point is the ethical AI deployment is essential. Human judgment must be central thing. And future scope of this paper is introduce cognitive impact assessment. In that actually we would like to consider decision making, cognitive load like that, and develop Indian ethical AI guidelines, promote AI explainable AI, and encourage human in the loop systems. Further research and policy framework is also needed. Actually, this is our paper.
So in India, okay, a nice presentation. In India, still policies and rules they are building, not yet confirmed. Okay, and this one we can't compare with the existing policies because there is no policy in India. Okay, about the AI models. Okay, you are working on further research on
Yes, sir.
AI policies.
Yes, we started that one.
You are from?
I'm from Kasturba College.
Okay. So the policies and frameworks generally are framed by government of India. Okay, you can give the inputs to them. Okay, by getting something from the society, from the agriculture, from any type of sector, you gather and you can give the suggestions to that committee, policy and frameworks committee.
Actually, presently in the ORR area, police people, the police department are using
Yeah.
and they are issuing chalanas.
Yes.
That one. And that Kisan app, through Kisan app, they are getting, farmers are getting all the notification
Yes,
on
yes.
and blindly farmers are following.
So yeah, that is low level. Okay, a lot of advanced AI is also using in agriculture and everywhere. Okay, let us say we are building. I have almost 13 services from AI for the farmers. Okay, automatically it can give us advices in each manner from showing the seeds to picking yielding. So the entire system I build, okay, and I have my own company in AI. Okay, anyhow, ethical related policies we have to follow. Okay, that edge to build from the government of India. Okay.
This is not an easy use case. I understand this is one of the challenging use case so far what we hear. I think you tried your best. So no questions from my side. Good job, man. Thank you, ma'am.
Good presentation, madam. From my side. So you tell me why AI is biased or not? AI is biased or not?
Yes, sir. Bias.
So when it biased, how can we go for ethical part?
Ethical part.
Yes.
That's why
When we are agreeing that it is biased, why we go for ethical part?
That's why government should make policies.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Now next our presenter, Mr. J. Tejas from BSc Data Science Honors second year.
Good morning, judges. My name is Tejas. I am presenting the Decision Stability Engine, a certified spectral control framework for proactive governance of feedback-driven AI systems. In today's digital world, AI manages our price, our ads, our supply chains, and many more. But most of them are pretty greedy in some cases. They optimize for temporary profit while ignoring the long-term sustainability of the systems. So we need a guardian that makes AI not only profitable but also mathematically safe. Modern AI operates in which we call feedback loops. When AI changes a price, it also changes the world. The AI should understand this physics or the market physics. It causes a market crash. This phenomenon is known as policy-induced volatility. Currently, the only way to make AI is to slow down, which costs business money. This is known as alignment tax. Our research is cleared how to eliminate tax. So we propose the stability is a catalyst for profit. By making AI aware of its stability, we can unlock performance which blind AI cannot reach. Our objective was to create a proactive auditor for AI. So we used Koopman operator theory to turn messy market physics into a straight line math in a hidden latent space. Then we applied spectral radius analysis, a essentially for a speedometer for stability to ensure the system is safe even when the data is noisy. We integrate a conformal prediction which provides a certified statistical safety envelope. We grounded this whole methodology by using UCI retail data set, especially for price elasticity of high volume consumer goods. Our method, the findings are staggering. The findings are staggering. DSC achieved a profit over standard industry baselines. We discovered that maintaining the system at the edge of stability, a spectral radius roughly of 1.1, the AI could capture growth momentum without even triggering the demand collapse. We successfully linearized the environment with near zero training error, providing a mathematical mirror perfectly reflects the real marketplace. Next slide. While the baseline AI blue causes a demand collapse, while the state flat, our AI line which is in green enters a exponential revenue climb. Our spectral radius hits the conformal safety blonde and flattens. This is the guardian in action, which makes the AI mathematically clipping on its aggression to keep the system healthy. This shows our sustainability. We manage inventory perfectly, staying above the low stock threshold to prevent market out of stack and demand crash. This proves the safe AI is superior. My conclusion is, stability is not a burden, it is a competitive advantage. This proves mathematically a safe AI is more powerful than normal AI. Thank you.
Okay, I couldn't understand what is the difference between mathematical AI and AI.
So mainly the present AIs doesn't have a stability, but they easily, due to the black box issues, they easily get deferred from the main parts. So by bringing a stability in the mainly like the finance or e-commerce website, they can reduce the errors or in financial errors, which will make them more performable and usable.
So in Glowbox, what we do?
So the black box issue is it gives the recommendations which are mainly in our domain, but we cannot identify. So it like we can identify after the error occurs. So it will cause a major issue. So a sustainability, a spectral radius I have used for like 1.1. If the decision or recommendation or the price impact we are making crosses the threshold, we can make sure it is unstable.
Even in black box, okay, the models are mathematical models only, but those models, the variables are nothing but the features of the data, okay, everything. So even in black box, it gathers the relationship between all these features, okay, but here you may give some weightage to some of the features in advance. But actually, while training all these models in the black box, those also gather the same thing. Okay, where you gather this data?
So from online UC, online retail data set is
UC means?
UCI, that's an UK market retail data set of customers.
UCI ML data set, is it?
No sir, UCI online retail market data set.
So you are a student?
Yes.
Okay.
Good job, Tejas. Can you go back to the slide where you displayed the charts? Can you take like 30-50 seconds? Can you just give me a brief of these charts if you just in summary?
So the first chart, it makes the demand collapse, the blue line.
Okay.
The blue line which shows the demand collapse when the uncertain price increase is made, which makes an oscillation. And the green line shows that it starts from slow, but it will make sure to reach its profits. Reaches profits, that's a revenue growth. And the second middle plot is the spectral radius, where the red line hits at the safety bond and again gets flattened, which shows that AI not only it's jumping from one state to another, it is using a safety bond. By entering it, that bond again getting flattened, so not preventing to make sure the errors getting closed. And the last plot is to make sure if the demand is more, there is a chance of the stock inventory gets reduced. If the inventory gets reduced, the out of stock, sometimes AI increases the demand price, so as demand is getting increased. So that is used to get prevented from the out of stock issue and using the threshold values.
Okay, so now everyone understood about the impact of this presentation. Always use these plots and explain in the presentation. Plots and these charts will give better impact than reading the other impact of slides. Okay, good job, Tejas.
Thanks.
So just my question is, what do you mean by blind AI?
So the Bayesian AI which we normally use without any specific training or domain-based inclusion.
Is it possible AI without any model, without any data set?
Means normally not the low-cost e-commerce websites, they're not especially trained.
Without data model it will work?
No sir, I mean in the particular situations I am saying, without the stability.
Maybe high standard label data we may not give, but basic data requirement is there for developing a model.
Yes sir, but small e-commerce websites have made that issue, they are lost of money. So they categorize that as blind AI, so have used it.
So one more question is in this point of view, what is the difference between AI, agentic AI and genetic AI?
Agentic AI and?
Genetic AI.
Genetic AI. Agentic AI which makes the works automated, where it can use in multi-agents or singular agent can work it. And genetic AI, I have not that much idea about it, so I have only idea of agentic AI, which automates our work without a human, while it shows the same impact of a presence of a human.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now I would like to invite D. Siddharth from BSc Data Science Honours second year to present a paper.
So, good afternoon everybody. I'm D. Siddharth from BSc Data Science second year Honours, and today I'm going to present, let's start from basic that you all can relate. In India, the government provides NASA a limited amount of the amount, like total. Sorry, sir. Okay. In India, government of India provide NASA a limited amount of budget, which is a limited and not that efficient to do great projects. When it comes to totally about the GSI sensing, I'm presenting my approach of deep learning architecture, entropy driven dual path self-evolving network for satellite image processing. It generally deals with the image processing using deep learning methods. First of all, I have used 3 to 4 parts, entropy driven. So we are using a Shannon entropy, which is used to identify the uncertainty of the image or the prediction. Second, dual path. So there are total 2 paths in the approach, self-evolving. Here the specialty about the network is it can evolve its architecture using Shannon entropy. So you can ask their current architectures like AI models present, which are better, then why should you choose this? So the current architectures are static and they don't evolve on basis of data, and which is the biggest limitation of them, because today's data is continuously changing time to time, and training it costs a lot of amount and a lot of time, which is not that efficient. To address this problem, I have proposed this approach. So, the background and motivation. today's satellite produce a large amount of images data, which is technically hard to train, retrain, and continuously change the data. When the data is continuously changing, the training session to the model costs a lot of time, amount, and it is not that efficient because of the limited budget. But my approach addresses the main problem, concept drift. The concept drift is where the data is continuously changing time to time, and the current models are static, which we need to train time to time to address the overdue problem.
Next slide.
So the objective is here to develop a model which adapts itself depending upon the time, nature of the data, and I thought there must be a triggering way. If the data is genuine, like normal, without noise, then the data must be trained using the stability bar. But when the new data enters, the current model fails to identify it and classify it. So I thought to develop a new path, like growing of neurons in a layers of deep learning model, which helps to adapt the architecture and current working model of the AI methodology. So I have used Eurosat dataset, globally known dataset with 27,000 images of National Geographic and 10 classes. The classes are divided in 10 parts, like lake, forest, vegetation. Next.
Next slide.
So when I used the dataset and trained my model on it, I got the first key finding as 95% accuracy. You can ask, the normal models are getting more than 95% accuracy. Specialty about this model is it can evolve itself, depending upon the new data. If data is constant and previously without noise, then the model uses its normal path and it classifies it. When the data is new and like there is a sudden flood in a city, the previous model understands that it is a city, but it doesn't identify the current floods. So our model identifies it by classifying it. Second, so there is an entropy. We have used Shannon entropy in this, which calculates the uncertainty of its own prediction as well as uncertainty of the model. Images. If it hits the threshold above it, 0.6, then the plasticity path will be activated. Discussion. So upon training this model, I have got 95% accuracy, which is technically good in field of research. And my model is able to classify the forest and the sea lakes, especially. With this, I can finally conclude that there is a possibility that we can develop a self-evolving architecture which can be useful in present daily life. The future scope is we can convert this model into temporal model, where we can identify the distant difference between present and the future difference. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, Siddharth, I want everyone in this room to give a huge round of applause to Siddharth. Not just because of the presentation or the topic which he selected, he just, little fumbled during the initial time, but he picked up his gear at the end, he delivered it properly. I know he's just a student, he will be having that fear, but yes, he just gave his best. So congratulations, Siddharth, for delivering your presentation for the first time. Okay, so coming back to the feedback, let's say if we give more time for this research, okay, what is one area of improvement you will put more focus?
Remote sensing GSI, sir. My model is specially known for having the knowledge. There are two parts.
Okay.
One stores the data and one which identifies new data. I use the ASNet 50 as backbone. When the data is known, then it uses the backbone part, stability part, which can easily classify the data. When the data is new, like sudden floods in a city, example, the ASNet 50 fails to identify that city is fine. It can be useful in disaster response. The plasticity paths get triggered by an entropy, which identifies the data. Change in the location.
So you want to identify potential risk areas.
Like disaster management.
This model. Okay, good one.
In defense also it can be useful, sir.
Good one.
Do you know Bhuvan website?
Sir?
Bhuvan website.
No, sir.
So I go and search it first. Okay, there is our ISRO built website. It gives you a lot of data, a lot of models. You can build some applications on those models. Okay, that is one. You will get a lot of confidence on this.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Siddharth. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Khushi Singh from BCom 3IT to present her paper.
Good afternoon, respected chair, faculty and my fellow researchers. I am Khushi Singh from St. Joseph Degree and PG College. Today I am honored to present a case study that sits at the intersection of deep tech and environmental stewardship, AgroVoice Soil Sync. As we explore the frontiers of IT and advanced analytics, my presentation will demonstrate how biodegradable nanosensors can drive intelligent, ethical and sustainable transformations in the most fundamental industry on earth, agriculture. Next. Let us understand the problem behind the background I am working on. To understand the future of agri-tech, we must first look at the current data problem. In region like Telangana, we see a staggering 72% nitrogen deficiency in soil. Furthermore, soil organic carbon levels are sitting at 0.54%, well below the ideal, which is 1.5% to 2% threshold. With 65% of our agriculture being rain-fed, the uncertainty is high. The critical gap isn't just a lack of labor, it's a lack of real-time data-driven decision systems. Traditional methods are delayed and static, leaving farmers to make guesses rather than informed decisions. Next. Let us understand the research objective and the methodology I used in my research paper. My research was guided by 4 key objectives: to analyze the soil health crisis across Telangana through data, develop a monitoring model, evaluate its predictive impact, and ensure it aligns with ethical tech framework. To do this, I employed a qualitative and conceptual case study analysis. My findings are synthesized from over 35 to 39 research papers and verified datasets from ICAR, ISRO, and other different government entities. This model isn't just theoretical, it has been recognized as the best innovation by VHub Telangana and has undergone expert review. Next. Our findings reveal a significant leap in how we manage the earth. The first finding is continuous monitoring. We can now detect NPK nutritions, pH levels and moisture levels in real time, bypassing the week-long wait for lab results. Finding 2, precision and yield. The data shows that precision advisory can boost crop yields by 15 to 20% while cutting fertilizers waste by a quarter. Finding 3, ethical innovation. Most importantly, by using PHA and chitosan, we have created a biodegradable sensor that leaves behind zero waste, unlike the traditional mechanical sensors used right now. Accessibility. By integrating AI and voice-based IoT, we have kept the cost between 500 and 1200 a projection, making it truly farmer-friendly solution. Next. Let us understand the analysis behind the research paper. If we look at the adaptation versus usage chart for Telangana, there is a clear disconnect. While many hold soil health cards, active users are much fewer. AgroVoice SoilSync bridges this gap by turning static data into context-aware intelligence. Unlike existing systems, this is the only model that successfully combines nanotechnology, IoT-driven predictive analysis, and a voice-first interface to ensure that even the least tech-savvy farmer can make an intelligent, data-driven decision. Next. In conclusion, AgroVoice SoilSync proved that sustainable farming is no longer a distant goal, but a data-driven reality. By reducing chemical runoff and eliminating electronic waste, we align perfectly with SDG goals. Moving forward, our roadmap includes field-level validation and deeper integration with government, agriculture, and different entities and policies to scale this model across various regions and crop types. We aren't just changing how we farm, we are transforming the ethics of how we use technology to feed the world. Thank you for your time and attention. I am now open to your questions or comments on how we can further push the frontiers of IT for a more sustainable future.
Okay, good presentation. So what type of sensors you used in this?
Actually, sir, this idea is on the innovation level, on the idea stage. It has not gone under the R&D right now.
No. In idea, you require the relevant work, right? So in this relevant work, what type of sensors generally we use in agriculture?
Right now, there are mechanical sensors used, which are injected in the soil, then again digged back for different purposes.
What are the others?
There are moisture level sensors to check the moisture in the soil. There are nutrition sensors, and there are also sensors paired with the seed, specific type of seed.
Are those not mechanical sensors?
They are mechanical sensors.
Other than mechanical sensors, do you have any idea?
Other than mechanical sensors, according to my research and the wide net which I casted around Telangana, there are no biodegradable sensors used right now widely in Telangana.
Biodegradable. Okay, the other NPK, all those. Any other mechanical, other than mechanical sensors? Any idea about NPK? NPK used that, right?
Yes, NPK nutritions.
How do you get there without mechanical sensors?
Are you asking, sir, how does my sensor work to detect NPK nutritions?
Any idea about NPK sensors not in the form of mechanical?
I have no idea about it. But I know that we use drone technology also to detect the analysis across the field.
Remote sensing data, do you know that? So you can also get that NPK values from remote sensing images.
Yes.
From satellites.
So good job overall. And you mentioned that you have collected the data from 39 plus research paper from that slide. So all these papers have different kinds of the variations, right? So every paper consists of the biodegradable sensors from this.
Actually, sir, I couldn't find the perfect alignment of biodegradable sensors using nanotechnology. I have studied the different parameters of the technology used in my sensors as a primary object of each research paper.
No problem.
The technology is already existing but is not being used in the combination of what I'm suggesting.
You're taking a mixed case study and
yes.
Trying to do the research. Okay.
Could you please name any biodegradable non-sensors one of them?
Sorry, sir?
Any sensors which are biodegradable non-sensors which is used for the study? Naming any of those sensors.
Existing sensors? Existing, I haven't come across any biodegradable sensors, but I've come across biodegradable capsule fertilizers, which are used using chitosan and PHA capsules, which are generally used in our medicine industry. But they are not something who sense us or give us any data from the soil. They just fertilize our soil.
You mentioned your title biodegradable nanosensors.
Actually, that sensors is AgroVoice is my idea which I'm working on. I'm working on making this biodegradable nanosensors. That's why I've chosen this as a case study to project under this theme.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Khushi. Now I invite Miss Afifa Siddiqui to present her paper.
Good afternoon, judges. I, Afifa Siddiqui from St. Joseph's Degree and PG College, will be speaking on the topic, the role of gamification in shaping user engagement and loyalty in UPI payment applications, with the guidance of my faculty, Ms. M. Deborah, from the Department of Commerce. So, digital technology has transformed the financial transactions globally and in India through the growth of unified payment interface, that is UPI payment applications. This has enabled ease in transactions to the people who use people who want to go cashless in the economy. So, however, my research gap is based on the gamification elements that are present in these UPI applications. There are research done on the safety of these UPI applications, the loyalty of the UPI applications, but there's less research done on the gamification elements and their impact on the user engagement and loyalty. Next, please. So my research objectives are based on the identification of the elements, the analyzing the impact of gamification on user engagement, to assess how gamification influences user loyalty, and to identify the challenges and suggest strategies. I have used descriptive research and my number of responses were 115 responses. The data was collected from primary sources, that is through a structured questionnaire. Next. So my findings were most of the respondents were aware about gamification elements while doing the payments. That was my first finding. The second finding was that the people who use UPI applications are very neutral about these elements. They are not interested in the elements, the gamification elements that are scratch cards or leaderboards or cashback rewards that they get. My third finding are that these respondents are engaged in the particular UPI application because of ease of use and security. Coming to my fourth finding, they were very neutral about the gamification elements. Next, please. Now, we're coming to our analysis. 40% of the responses use UPI application multiple times a day, whereas the other are 34% and the rest use once in a while. These are again the frequency of appearance of gamification features in UPI applications. Coming to the level of engagement, 60% are very neutral about the responses when it comes to these elements. Factors that keep the users engaged are mostly because of the ease of use. Then duration of using the primary app, there are 42% of the respondents who have been using the primary UPI for more than 1 to 2 years. Likelihood of recommending the app, 32% of users are likely to recommend the app only based on the ease of use rather than the gamification elements in the application. coming to the conclusion, from this research, it is very evident that people are using the UPI application not based on the gamification elements, but based on the ease of use and how secure the particular UPI application is. And my implications are, it helps fintech managers and policymakers to improve the engagement and loyalty of their particular application. And it also adds on research on gamification and financial technology. And it supports digital innovation and sustainable practices by making the economy cashless. And future scope is, since my sample size is 115, we could go for a higher sample size which would give us more accurate results. And also future research can be done on a larger sample. Thank you so much.
Good presentation, huh?
Thank you.
So one question you mentioned you use your analysis purpose chi-square test.
Yes, sir.
And I couldn't able to find one objective related to chi-square test.
My second objective.
Check once. Objectives. Right.
My second objectives is related to my chi-square test.
When you're mentioning impact, you're supposed to do regression. Not chi-square.
Yes, sir.
When you're mentioning impact, you're supposed to do regression, not chi-square.
This was.
When you're measuring impact, regression is a suitable tool, not chi-square.
Okay, sir. I'll keep in mind. Thank you.
So that I didn't able to find. And that too, one more check in objective sequence point of view. Identifying first. And last objective also identify.
Yes, sir.
Sequence. Analyze is supposed to come last, right?
Sir, this was identifying challenges and so that we can suggest strategies. That's why I made it as my last
So you're supposed to use the other word, not the same word.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Good presentation overall. I think I've seen a lot of visual based presentations and that's interesting. And probably I've seen in one of the pie chart, I think the legends are missing. You have covered it during the explanation, but when we're looking, if I want to go to the more details, it is not present. But yeah, rest of the things, this is one of the realistic use case because most the Gen Zs are involved in this gamification, how they can relate it to this UPI applications as well. So, but yeah, there is a lot of risk-based UPIs may happen. So, if this use case can consider and protect that, that would be more value-added for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Afrika. I would like to call next presenter, last presenter, Miss Hadia and Miss Sara. Sara from BBA, IT third year.
Good afternoon, respected jury members, honorable professors and my fellow researchers. Myself, Sara Rida Habib, student from Business Department from St. Joseph Degree and PG College, and I'm presenting this research today together with Miss Sadia Samrin ma'am, Assistant Professor from Department of Computer Science from St. Joseph Degree and PG College. Our paper is titled Ethical and Legal Safeguards in AI/ML Data Ecosystems, Challenges, Governance Frameworks, and the Road Ahead. Introduction. So, we live in a world where artificial intelligence is making real life decisions and which also affects the real lives. AI decides who gets the job, and it also decides who gets the bank loan, and it also helps in decision making in court, and most importantly, nowadays AI is also helping in medical field even. But here is a problem, as we all know that AI is a very fast growing technology overall the world, but the laws and rules meant to control are not keeping with us. So our research have found out 5 main problems. Number 1, algorithm biases, and number 2, privacy. Number 3, AI systems cannot even explain the decisions which they are giving us. And number 4, no, if AI is doing any harm, it's not responsible for itself. And number 5, it's also making inequality worse for poor and vulnerable people. Now I am handing over to Hadia.
Thank you, Sarah. Now I'll explain about our research objectives and how we conducted this study. We had 5 objectives. First, to identify the ethical problems in AI systems. Second, to compare global governance laws, including the EU AI Act 2024, GDPR 2018, and UNESCO AI recommendations. Third, to study India's current AI rules, including DPDPA 2023 and Niti Aayog guidelines. Fourth, to design a new governance model which we call MLAGM, that is multi-layered AI governance model. Fifth, to give the practical policy recommendations for India. And for our research method, we used a qualitative approach. We reviewed peer-reviewed papers from ACN, IEEE and Scopus. We studied primary legal documents from EU, UN and Government of India. We compared government frameworks across countries, and we analyzed 3 real-world case studies of AI failures. So the study covered the period from 2018 to 2024, which includes all the major developments in global AI regulation. Now Sarah will explain the findings.
Our research gave us 4 important findings. Number 1, algorithmic basis, it's not a mistake. Whereas, AI learns from old data, and that old data carries and presides and gives us the answer. For example, I have took the example of Amazon. So, Amazon hiring tool gave lower scores to women resumes for over past 3 years. Because simply it's hiring the male members from their resumes. Now researchers have found that over 23 different types of biases in machine learning systems. Next, last on not enough yet. The EU AI Act 2024, it's the world's largest act for AI. It classifies the AI level and also sets the rule for each level. Now, India's DPA 2023, it's a very good step where it does not even specify dealing with AI, but also it helps with accountability of AI. Next, the finding is 3. As I said earlier, AI cannot itself explain the decisions which it makes, but deep learning models such as black box, they make decisions, but they cannot tell you why it's working in healthcare sectors. Next, finding 4. Our solution is MLAGM. Here, one solution, it's not enough. One solution is not enough. So for working, we need 4 layers together. That is technical, organizational, regulatory and society. That is what our model provides.
Thank you, Sarah. Our MLAGM, that is multi-layered AI governance model, is a core contribution of our paper. It works on the 4 levels. First, tier 1 is technical level, tier 2 organizational level, tier 3 regulatory level, and tier 4 societal level. Tier 1 level ensures that AI must explain all its decisions, like data must be tracked properly. Tier 2 organizational level explains that they must have an impact assessment before deploying any AI. And tier 3 says that high-risk AI system must publish documentation about how they are working. Tier 4 says that people must be aware, educated, and included in the decision making. Policies must include voices from poor and marginalized communities. The
key idea is simple. AI can only be safe when all the four levels are working together. India has a great opportunity to lead in ethical AI, but also we have the responsibility to protect its people. Now, Sarah will conclude our paper.
So to conclude, our research has three main messages. First one, AI systems carry serious ethical risks that current laws alone cannot fix. Number two, our MLAGM gives a clear, practical and enforceable path to responsible AI across all four levels. Number four, India's government. A dedicated risk-based AI law is urgently needed with an independent and impact assignments. Number four, for business and institutions, AI ethics boards, explainability standards, and diverse development teams are not optional extras. They are essential. We acknowledge that this study is qualitative and future research should test the MLAGM in real organizations to develop Indian-specific fairness and standards of AI. On behalf of Ms. Sadia Samrin ma'am and myself, we sincerely thank you for your time and attention. We hope our research adds value to the important global conversation on responsible and ethical AI, especially for India. Thank you.
Students, can you sit down, please?
Okay, so far the closure is very much powerful throughout this all presentations. I think we have used a lot of technical jargons for a lot of other audience as well. But if you can talk about the theme of this conference, there is one of the presentation where it accurately applied presentation is yours. You're talking exactly the ethical AI. Okay, but it is not that easy to implement in all the stages, but you have shown that 5-step methodologies that is really impressive, but try to work on with real-time data. At least take one use case and try to implement. You maybe feel a lot of difficult challenges, okay?
Sure,
so far, good job. All the best for the next opportunities.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah and Nadia. Now, as we approach the end of this session, I request our respected dignitary, Mr. Bharat, to share their valuable closing remarks. Welcome, sir.
Okay, so I know everyone understood we are running out of time, but if I can give you the feedback or a suggestion every student can take away from this conference. The number one observation what we have seen is every student is having a lot of courage in themselves to do showcase something in this dais. That is one of the appreciable point for every student in this room because you did a great job. And it is not easy for a student to come here and deliver AI-related technologies at this point of time. Okay, but the conference I could see. And coming to the areas of improvement, you're not less than or you're not so less equivalent to the faculties. Obviously, faculties will have more research paper study and they have a lot of good knowledge than you, but you are very smart enough to decode with a lot of other AI tools and present yourself. So there is a cope-up between every individual and focus more on realistic use cases. Let's say every use case what we have seen is having some problem statement followed by the solution and it is purely on the available data set. But if you could spend more amount of time with the real-time data, I know it is difficult, but you have to stretch yourself how I can gather my real-time data and I can implement. There an individual can see a lot of advancement in their journey and learnings would be more better rather than the available data set. So that's one of the observation or a key takeaway I wanted to give it to you. So good job everyone and all the best every student or every faculty in this room. So thank you for this opportunity.
As a token of our respect and gratitude, we would like to felicitate our esteemed dignitaries with a mementos and shawl. Now may I invite Dr. M. Kiran Jyoti to kindly present the mementos to our distinguished guest, Dr. D.L. Srinivas Reddy. Kindly. May I now invite Mrs. Mary Vineshila to kindly present the mementos and shawl to our distinguished guest, Dr. C.S. Shankar. Sir, kindly raise the dais. I request Dr. M. Kiran Jyoti to kindly present mementos and shawl to our distinguished guest, Bharat Todupunari. Now I would like to invite Dr. M. Kiran Jyoti to deliver the vote of thanks for the day.
I understand we are already late, so I don't want it to go in a formal way. Delivering word of thanks. I thank all the dignitaries on the stage. Thank you for your valuable time and the suggestions that you have given. I am sure our students will surely work on the inputs that have been given by you. Thank you. And my special appreciation to all the faculty members and the student representatives who were involved in the technical session 1. Thank you one and all.
Now I would like to request all the presentees kindly come on the dais. We'll take a group photograph. Yes, Sandhya ma'am, Vishnu sir, Lakshmi Rajam ma'am, Priyanka ma'am, Tejas, Siddharth, Kushi, Afifa, Hadia and Sarah, and also myself.
Yes, I am happy to share that I am with my teacher Lakshmi Srinivas Reddy sir.
all the students to come and occupy the front chairs.
నేను చెప్పినా మీకు మీరు సమోసా తింటూ తింటూ
Request all the students to please come and occupy the front chairs. I request all the students to please fill the feedback form. The QR scanner is available here on the screen. Good evening everyone. I, Salome, Assistant Professor of Business Management, St. Joseph's Degree and PG College, warmly welcome you all, the distinguished dignitaries, respected faculty members and dear participant for Technical Session 3. Today's session title, Digital Marketing, Frontiers Harnessing Innovation for Ethical Brand Building and Entrepreneurial Growth in Connected World. This session aims to explore innovative strategies that promote ethical practices while driving sustainable business growth. Now, I would like to invite the esteemed dignitaries to kindly join us on the dais. Dr. Suresh Reddy, our session chair. Mr. Venkat Lakshman, our session co-chair. As a token of our respect and gratitude, may I request Mrs. Mary Vinay Sheila to present the sapling to Dr. Suresh Reddy. May I request Professor Dhanam to present the sapling to Mr. Venkata Lakshman. Now let us take a moment to introduce our distinguished dignitaries. I now call upon Ms. Annie, our MBA student, to present the profile of Dr. Suresh Reddy.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. It is truly inspiring to introduce our distinguished academician and visionary leader, Dr. Suresh Reddy Jaka, Associate Professor in the Department of Business Management and currently serving as the Director of the Industry Institute Connect, IIC at Mahatma Gandhi University, Nalgonda. With over 24 years of extensive experience in higher education, research and academic administration, Dr. Suresh Reddy has consistently driven excellence in both teaching and institutional development. Over the years, Dr. Suresh Reddy has held several key administrative roles, including Assistant Director, Academic Audit, and Controller of Examinations, showcasing his strong governance and academic leadership capabilities. Dr. Suresh Reddy's academic journey is marked by remarkable research contributions with over 40 published research papers in reputed national and international journals. Dr. Suresh Reddy has successfully guided multiple research scholars, including PhD candidates, and has played a vital role as a course writer and contributor to academic contributions. Adding to his achievements, Dr. Suresh Reddy has been recognized with prestigious accolades such as the MTC Global Distinguished Teacher Award in 2026 and the Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan Best Teacher Award in 2025. Celebrating his excellence in teaching and contribution to education, his journey stands as a powerful testament to dedication, leadership, and impact. We welcome you, sir.
I now request our session chair, Dr. Suresh Reddy, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Respected dignitaries, faculty, researchers, industry professionals, paper presenters, and my dear student friends, very good evening to all. And it is my honor and privilege to chair the session, technical session of on digital marketing frontiers, harnessing innovation for ethical brand building for entrepreneurial growth in a connected world. This is the theme of the seminar. And at the outset, I congratulate the organizers for coming up with this vibrant topic where we are going to bringing together the intellectuals, researchers, the knowledgeful resource people, and to discuss the very relevant and apt topic and how the marketing strategies are being taken and reshaping in the digital era. So, in this world, how to sell the product is not important. How to develop the relationships is more important. So, in the digital connecting world, how to build the relationship with the people, and through that, how we are going to improve our sales, and it is going to be leads to build a brand. And for that, what are the strategies we are generating, what are the strategies we are building, and what are the new techniques we are being adopting. In the connected world, the relationships are playing a vital role to develop the business. So for the sustainable business and to survive in the business, the relationships are going to play a vital role. In this regard, in the digital connecting world, how the relations are going to play a vital role, and towards that, what are the different strategies we are going to make up, and what are the already companies are being using the marketing strategies, and in related to that, so many presentations are going to take place from the faculty, esteemed faculty, and the student friends. And after seeing that presentations from the various people, and we are going to discuss about the topic in detail more about. And thank you very much.
Now I request Ms. Isha, our MBA student, to present the profile of Mr. Venkata Lakshmi.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed guest of today, Mr. K. Venkata Lakshmi, a highly accomplished academician and management professional with an impressive career spanning over 23 years in the field of education, research, and academic administration, holding an MBA degree and being UGC NET qualified. Mr. K. Venkata Lakshmi exemplifies academic excellence and a deep commitment to knowledge dissemination. Currently serving as an assistant professor at the School of Business Excellence, ICBM. Mr. Lakshman plays a vital leadership role as a head of the Department of Agribusiness Management, contributing significantly to the curriculum development, academic innovation, and student mentorship. In addition to this, Mr. Lakshman also serves as an additional controller of the examination, where he ensures the smooth, transparent, and efficient conduct of academic evaluations. His continuous efforts toward academic excellence and institutional development truly set him apart as an inspiring figure in the field of management education. We welcome you, sir.
May I invite Dr. Lakshman to deliver the welcome address.
Today's convener of conference, Dr. N. Srinivas Garu, session chair, Dr. Suresh Reddy Jakka, Associate Professor of Business Management, MG University, respected faculty members, paper presenters, researchers, and other stakeholders on the DS and off the DS. Good evening to one and all. Let me talk about the topic, the theme of the conference. It's very interesting, and let me give my insights about the current topic. Digital marketing frontiers, harnessing innovation for ethical brand building and entrepreneurial growth in a connected world. To make understand the theme itself, I took 5 minutes to understand what it is exactly. Such a lengthy theme. So we can break it down into the concept, 3 categories. One is digital marketing, second is innovation, third is entrepreneurial mindset or entrepreneurial growth. So when you talk about the digital marketing, I think I may be not the right person to talk about digital marketing in front of the Gen Z, because you are digital native and we are digital migrants. Because we born in the era, if you classify the time horizon into 2 aspects, it is AD and BC. We belong to the BC and belong to AD. Do you know what it is? BC means before computers. AD means after digital. So we born in the era of black and white TVs, and we have been migrated to the social media platforms right now. But you, Gen Z, now yesterday we have been observed that the Nepal Prime Minister, who is a rapper, basically 35 years old, Gen Z Prime Minister. Now it is a world revolving around Alpha, Z and all those things. So in this era of the digital marketing, we talk, we communicate, we do business, we teach, whatnot. Everything is being digitally presented. So it is not a tool anymore. Maybe 10 years ago or a decade ago, digital marketing might be a competitive advantage, but it is not more anything else. It is a basic foundation, guys. So we have to live with the digital natives. And second thing, there is a point called as digital footprint. Whatever every search you made in your Google, every prompt you given in the AI tool, or the social media interaction, that is what we call it as digital footprint, makes the marketers get the data very easily. So you are giving the data at free of cost. Now at this current times, data is precious. Your WhatsApp, Insta and other AI platforms are using your data. So please be cautious while going with the digital footprint. And coming to the innovation. So what do you mean by innovation when you talk about the digital marketing? So we talk about AI, of course, so many paper printers have been talked about agentic AI and Gen AI and data analytics and more or less influencer marketing. So it is a concept where we are living in this world. No more traditional advertising is working out in today's world still. However, in our colleges we are teaching in the name of IMC, advertising and all other stuff may be outdated. I think we need to update it about the influencer marketing. and also the usage of AR and VR, that is augmented reality and virtual reality in terms of the customer experience. So what we call it as, that is why the companies are appointing CXOs, that is called as customer experience managers and automation. And coming to the AI, there is another word in the topic that is called as ethical. So what do you mean by ethical? With respect to digital learning and AI, do you know, I'll give one example. I think you might know that the companies are using, especially the social media companies are using the dark patterns. What do you mean by the dark pattern? It is nudging the consumer, or it is forcing the consumers to take the decisions without their consent. Example? For example, I subscribe to one particular newsletter, or I subscribe to one particular video or YouTube channel XYZ. I want to cancel that subscription. But a customer like me who would like to cancel might find very difficulty to find out where the cancel button it is. It is called as dark pattern. So they are forcing you to continue the subscription. And second example, the recent example, when I was booking for a ride in a cab, it shows that 25 out of 50 driver partners rejected your cab riding and forcing us to add 10, 20, 30 rupees extra to get the ride immediately. Are they influencing? No, they are forcing you. That is called as nudging, or it is called as dark patterns. So there is no transparency in AI. So please make ensure that the companies will be trusted when you are being transparent. That is called as AI transparency. Again, another things, traceability. Now Gen Z is always looking for the traceability of while consuming the products. For example, let me talk about, I just now have a cup of tea with my colleagues, and I can trace where the, what do you call it as, the tea has been cultivated, the tea leaves have been cultivated, how it is being procured, how it is being, the entire supply chain network can be monitored by me. Even if I want to export this tea to the other countries, especially the European traders are very strict in terms of complying with the aspects. That is as ethics in brand building. And last one, entrepreneurial growth. Maybe 2 decades ago it is very difficult, but if you start a small business, I am not taking the example of entrepreneurs like Reliance, Ambani or other companies. I am taking the example of a street vendor who is selling samosas, a street vendor who is selling dosas. If you are having a small YouTube video, if you are having the reels, it can draw the attention of the global audience, not the local audience, but also the global audience, provided you should have enough AI intelligence. I think with this theme, I'm expecting more research papers, and I really appreciate the people who are going to present the papers, because when I was a student of my MBA, I have to admit myself that I had not presented even a single paper. I was talking about 25 years ago, because there was no much courage, or we have no that kind of growth mindset. Now, being a professor in college, it is forcibly we are presenting at least 3 papers in a year, otherwise our promotions and salaries will get affected. That is why we are presenting the papers.
subsidiary factors or influence willing to pay for eco-friendly packages, green delivery, transparency, they are ready to pay. And mainly for digitalization, I used TAM and UTA for service portal, quality models, visibility, convenience and ethical parts. I've used that. Next. And last is this, all are rejected like environment usage, if I see conveniences and sustainability, satisfaction, sustainability and price premium, if I see satisfaction and mediation. I've used chi-square, ANOVA, regression and mediation. All hypothesis has been rejected. Mainly my conclusion is, if environment is there, sustainability usage is there, if they are convinced, they are ready to perceive the convenience for influence choices, if visibility is there, customer is ready to pay how much he want, and mediation of the customer is done in this. And implications, mainly visibility of sustainability